What is going on YouTube? In today's episode of Rad Dad's Life, we're going to be going over my holsters by T-Rex Arms.
Just let me fall to my grave. Just let me fall to my
Really quick, I did get another order of Rad Dad Life shirts. In the black, I was able to order a medium and above. And in the green, I was able to order large all the way to 2XL. Thank you again for everyone who has already bought the shirts. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support and the love you guys always give to me. For everyone else, thank you already just for watching my YouTube videos and following me on social media. I really appreciate all you guys and thank you for all the support. This is the front, American traditional skull, my favorite. And in the rear, just a bigger version of the American traditional skull. This is a medium on me. It does fit great. It is a tri-blend, so super comfortable to wear while you work out or you're hot and sweating, or if you're going out to dinner with the family. It is a comfortable shirt to wear all around. Welcome back. Before we get started, here's a little dad joke for you guys. Why do I always bring 2 pairs of socks when I go golfing? Just in case I get a hole in one. All right, back to the video. So today we're gonna be talking about my T-Rex Arms holsters. I have the Ragnarok, Raptor, and the Sidecar 2.0. This is their newest modular system that you're able to actually take this little pin out from the top and interchange this with a magazine, which is what I have right now, empty magazine. I'm able to put a magazine, a tourniquet, handcuffs, an AR mag. Why, you may ask? I don't know. I like having the options to do that, especially the tourniquet option is something I probably will get in the future. I see myself using that tourniquet more than I actually use a spare mag, but having the option to do both is pretty rad. At the same time, I probably could put the tourniquet attachment on there, carry my tourniquet, carry my handgun, and also still use this because it actually comes with a clip of its own, and still utilize this as a spare mag. So actually I can have all 3 on my person, carrying it very comfortably. This is for my Glock 19. It is with the TLR 7A. As you can see, my handgun is empty, no magazine in there. Also no, safe distance, nothing in the chamber. So I am gonna slide lock it, shoot at a safe distance, of course. And you're gonna see, fits in there nice and snug. It has the same retention that I always like, where it's easy to pull out, but at the same time, not requiring much strength, because I want that same draw to be every single time. I want to have the same draw. So obviously it's not as much as my Ragnarok. Once again, magazine is actually empty, no chamber in there at all. Safe distance. So my Ragnarok, the retention is much, much lighter. I don't want that much retention because obviously this will never be concealed for me. This is just when I have my war belt on and I'm doing running gun type drills or just on the side. I like this with a lot less retention, so it's easily accessible. It is on my QLS system on my war belt, so I just clip it right in. It works perfect. Because I have the Glock and T-Rex Arms make them all interchangeable. So my Glock 34, this is for my 26. Fits in there just snug. Obviously, if it was, it's not the MOS cut, it doesn't have the sight cut in there, but because I mounted the sight on my rear sight post, it fits in there just nice and snug. This is just for my competition, so I made it the easiest route possible, and I just took out the rear sight. I don't need to co-witness this because I will never use this in a self-defense situation. This is the one that I use solely for competition, if I ever choose to do so, or when I do running gunning. This is my fun gun to utilize. This, on the other hand, will be my main carry, my CCW, especially in wintertime, fall time. Even I do carry this even in gym shorts. It does fit pretty comfortably in gym shorts, but obviously the most comfortable will be my 26 in this Raptor. It is by far the most comfortable. I wear this outfit 99% of the time, a loose shirt and just some gym shorts, and I tie the drawstring on pretty tight, and this stays nice and snug. It doesn't move from my person or my body. It keeps my Glock exactly in place. Obviously with repeated draws, it will be affected. It's not meant for that, but if I keep it in there nice and snug, it will not shift. The firearm will stay where I want it to stay, and on my initial draw, it will be where I want it to be. Obviously, if I reholster and I move around in that sense, it is gonna move, but for the most part, these holsters do not move, especially even in gym shorts. So my overall opinion on the T-Rex arms, I did do a review a couple months ago on these two. These are my long-term review. I've had this one for over 6 years, this one for about 5 years. I've had these for a very long time. As you can see, they've held up extremely well, especially the Raptor. I mean, I sweat in this all day. I wear this for the last 6 years. This was my main carry. This is my only carry. I only carry the 26 realistically. And it, you know, got covered in sweat all day. I would clean it out with some alcohol and mostly just soapy water. And not too often, not as often as I should most likely. But nevertheless, it looks fantastic. Everything has been holding up very, very well. I don't see any cracks, any scratches, or any problems at all that will affect the function of this T-Rex arms holster. I did switch the Raptor claw. It does initially come with the Raptor claw in the back. Maybe if you have a little bit more of a belly, that's probably better for you, but being that at least now I don't have a belly, hopefully I keep it that way. I was able to put the Raptor claw on the front, which will push against my belt a little bit more and kind of hide the gun a little bit better. I did the same thing with the Sidecar, and what I actually did is I ordered a second Raptor claw. It doesn't come with that. I called the guys and said, hey, what do you think about me putting 2 Raptor claws? And he says, oh, that hasn't been done, but if it works, cool. And it does. It in fact does push both of these, go on my belt, and it does push the firearm against my body a little bit better, a little bit more snug. I'm not the tallest person, so the more concealability I have, the better. Especially being that I carried the 26 for the longest time, I was really comfortable concealing that with a shorter handle. The 19 I never really wanted to conceal because it was bigger, and I'm not very big myself, and so I didn't really want to showcase or ever get in trouble for brandishing. But honestly, they have held up extremely well. I'm very happy with the company. Lucas does an amazing job of doing research and designing these holsters that are meant to last for a long, long time. He puts them through significantly more vigorous testing than I ever can or will. The little cool things about these guys are little touches of, you got the T-Rex is imprinted there. You have the claw, you have the full T-Rex imprinted on the claw. I really like what he says. A lot of companies have a bunch of different options for lights, but what Lucas said in one of his videos is he supports US owned companies, and for that reason, you'll see when he has light compatible holsters, it's typically only like the Streamlight, or I'm drawing a blank, but it's a bunch of other US owned companies, and for that reason that's why you only see T-Rex arms have holster compatible lights with these kind of companies, where you can go to other companies like Tier 1, and they have light holsters for like Olight and stuff like that. Lucas believes in Streamlight. He believes in the US-owned companies for the lights, and so do I. And so for that reason, that's why I carry the TLR7A. Easy to use, very tactile to feel the press of the light going on and off. For all my holsters, I do carry the guard. It's at the mid-high. I don't like it too short because I do want it to kind of prevent a little bit of that sweat coming into my gun. But at the same time, they do have the high length, and that thing, if you ever bend over, it will stab you in the abdomen. At least it does for me. It could be different for other people, but I mean, this one does stab me in the abdomen a little bit. I can't imagine if it was the higher version of this, it would be pretty uncomfortable, at least for me. I do carry both of these. They are in the mid length, as you can see. And they fit comfortable. I mean, like I said, if I bend over kind of extremely, it's still not that bad, unless I'm wearing really tight pants and I have that belt cinch really tight. But if I have it to a comfortable, secured spot on my abdomen, my 1 o'clock appendix carry, it isn't bad. It's very comfortable, especially when I wear this one with just the drawstring. So it conceals very well. It's very comfortable. I can honestly, I used to avoid the 19 and the Sidecar 2.0 because it was a little bit bulkier. In that I'm a smaller person. I'm only 5'5", so I was always worried that it would show and I would get in trouble for brandishing. But now that I wear it, and now that I actually got it, I'm so happy I did, because this doesn't feel any more different. It doesn't feel much more different, at least, than the Raptor. Yeah, I feel the magazine on a little bit more. It is a little bit wider and a little bit heavier, but overall, it doesn't show. And I'd rather be a little bit more uncomfortable, but take the positives of the 19, the bigger barrel, the bigger handle, the easier sight picture that I get. I have the red dot on that one. So just overall, the 19 is just an overall better gun for me to carry. better firearm for me to carry, and the way I can conceal it is super comfortable. Draw, super consistent. That is still the empty magazine, of course. So I really enjoy this holster. I have honestly nothing bad to say about any of these holsters from T-Rex Arms. They've been reliable. You have an expensive firearm that has a purpose to protect your life, or even for training, or whatever the case may be. So I want something to complement that, and that Sidecar and T-Rex Arms in general does that. It is a quality holster that I can rely on. Yeah, it may not be the cheapest, but it's tested and proven to last. It's durable, it's great, functional, and overall just a great company and great product. I'm not sponsored by them. I am not affiliated with them in any way. I have just done a lot of research on holsters. Initially with the Raptor, and I ended up loving it. So very quickly I ordered the Ragnarok, and a couple years later, I've had this for about a couple months now, 6 months, and I love the Sidecar holster. And I know he's gonna keep doing updates to it. So overall, I highly recommend T-Rex Arms holsters, if you can't tell. And if you guys have any questions about any of the holsters or anything about my firearms, let me know, leave them in the comments. I do read them all, I do reply to them all. And as always, have a rad day, guys.